Morning. I'm here to talk to you today about the educational and satisfactional benefits you'll get out of joining the Coast Guard. A lot of the educational benefits might sound very similar for post 9/11, Montgomery GI Bill, and tuition assistance. So if those words sound familiar to you, great. We'll just kind of go over it a little bit more. And then on top of that, yes, the other services do offer that. However, the Coast Guard offers these things right away, especially for the post 9/11 GI Bill and tuition assistance programs. So just to get into a little bit more, for reservist programs, they offer the Montgomery GI Bill, which offers up to 36 months of assistance at $392 a month, which is roughly about a little over $1,400 annually, and which is great. The only thing for that is you'd have to complete boot camp and your A school, which is like your vocational trade school to determine your job while being in the reserves. To access the post 9/11 as a reservist, you'd have to complete up to 90 days of active duty to be eligible for up to 40% of the post 9/11 GI Bill. However, that does include a housing allowance, stipends, and financial support for tuition, books, and fees as well. So that jumps over into the post 9/11 on the active duty side, which provides up to 36 months of benefits of college, and it will meet the highest public school in your state as well, money-wise. You would also be collecting housing allowance at the E5 salary level, which can be a big chunk of change depending on where you live, and books and supplies stipend of over $1,000. For tuition assistance, which a lot of Coast Guard members tap into while serving, that is up to $4,500 annually. So a lot of people that I've met personally, I know they do this and they maybe tap into one class a quarter or just one a semester and really just kind of chip away at things as they're in service, which is great because the Coast Guard mostly is domestic service. And I wouldn't say it's more of a 9 to 5, but it definitely allows you a lot more lead time to go home. So if you're more than just a virtual learner, the Coast Guard's, hours and days and stuff like that, they definitely help benefit if you want to in-college experience a lot more, which is definitely appealing for a lot of people. Also, as being in the military, you have benefits for the college level exam program, or CLEP as some people might know, which is a great program online. For the military, it is free. So if you're really strong in a subject, we'll just say like social studies or social history, and you feel like you can just take an exam and knock it out, you'll be able to do that for free, and then you'll be able to earn that college credit, which is great. It's a good way to knock out a lot of your basic stuff right away, and instead of, some people like to save their post 9/11. Let's say they already have their bachelor's degree. It's a good way to apply the post 9/11 GI Bill to something like a master's degree, which is very beneficial in the long run. So I did talk a little bit about being able to, we'll say, just go to a college as a regular student, which is great. I think that leads into a lot of the satisfaction of being in the Coast Guard. Is it does offer a lot of U time, because the Coast Guard is so small. A lot of people like to compare it to the New York City Police Department population size of roughly 45 to 50,000 members are in service right now. So because of that, I personally feel like there's a lot less micromanaging in the Coast Guard that you might see in the other military branches, and a lot of people are quite turned off by micromanaging. So if you want to do things upon yourself or really take your career in your own hands, or kind of build on your own ideas, own projects, awesome. This is definitely the place for you, and I've definitely felt that way of my time in the service too. And because of that, the Coast Guard does offer a lot of, besides your vocational training, your A school training, they offer specialty trainings for inside your job, which is great. For myself, as a health services technician, I was able to go to preventive medicine tech school, which was in San Antonio, Texas at Fort Sam at the Army-Navy joint base there, which was a totally amazing experience, and getting to work along with the Army and Navy was very different and eye-opening. So I definitely I think everyone plays with the idea what it would be like to be in a different branch, and the Coast Guard was able to give me a little bit of a taste for that. and then remind me how, green the grass is on this side of the water, at least, for sure. But being in that program, I did earn a lot of college credit, which was awesome, just like you would in boot camp as well. So if you're scared of going to tap into the post 9/11 or TA program because you don't have any college credits, well, guess what? Boot camp, your A school, aka like your vocational trade school, DC schools, all those earn college credits, which are eligible to be viewed online through an online transcript. And with that said, you can send that transcript off to a lot of colleges that will, take in those credits and help build, your academic structure later on to get you to your associates, bachelor's, so forth, which is awesome. So I cannot recommend it more. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.